Hey Deckers, Zao released yesterday and took me a bit by surprise as I wasn't expecting so much out of a puzzle platformer. There are some challenging aspects to this, but with the amount of abilities that it throws at you with the sun and moon, different types of combat style with ranged and close up, it really does keep you engaged. Now there's quite a lot of abilities that you also unlock as you go through, and there's a wind or earth one that I'm trying to unlock, which is actually a little bit further into the game than I thought it was, so I have stopped to make this video. But I'm definitely a lot more engaged in this than I thought I was going to be, and at only around £17 on the price front right now, it's a bit of a bargain. Unfortunately not part of EA Play right now, it's locked behind the Pro tier, but I can't actually get the EA Play app running on the deck at the moment, so I will look into that at a later date. Settings wise on this, it does actually have a low preset, which is dubbed best for Steam Deck, which is great to see in this type of title, but I did actually find, especially on the OLED, I was able to up the detail level and the texture quality to standard, keeping everything else the same, but keeping that 60 frames per second cap. And it did perform absolutely flawlessly, with very minor dips in a couple of areas under that 60 frames per second, but did coincide with some loading areas that wasn't really noticeable in that middle of the combat. But I will tell you that there is a weirdness with having letterbox visuals on. I don't know why this is actually capped at the kind of 16:9 resolution, and it puts these very distracting visuals on the top and bottom bars, but fortunately you can turn these off. They're on by default. I did find them very distracting, so once I turned that off, I completely forgot about the 16:9 aspect ratio because of the fast and frantic combat and the beautiful visuals and fairly engaging storyline as well. It is very easy to get lost in that combat with the puzzle mechanics thrown in as well, especially with the waterfall and the freezing water effect, and also some of the jump and slide mechanics that can catch you out if you're not careful. There are some challenges in this area that I've died on hundreds of times. Even the first one was actually quite tricky for me to get right on the timing, so do look out for that. It can be fairly frustrating. Other than that, for the most part, the combat has actually been very rewarding. Being able to juggle enemies as you switch between your sun and moon abilities definitely adds another dynamic to the combat. Let us know in the comments below if you're going to be diving into this one, or whether you're going to wait for it to come onto the EA Play subscription if you're on that. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.